Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Just My Voice podcast. I am your host, Out of Context Elliot, and today I have a guest with me. Introduce
Hello,
yourself.
my name is Kyaz. I'm a professional idiot on the internet. I've been doing this job for about 16 years, disappointing everyone around me. So I'm pretty much a goddamn pro at it. So,
Hmm.
you know,
You're a professional. You're a professional.
100. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm a veteran in this shit. Then
For
you think
those,
if anyone in the audience thinks that they disappoint their parents, you haven't seen shit. I'm like
yeah,
the fucking
yeah.
Elon Musk
You're talking
of
to a
shit.
you're talking to a YouTuber and a dumbass. All right, and one could argue
Yeah.
I'm also a dumbass. So.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. My bad. Yeah, honestly, speaking of YouTuber, my last video was 5 fucking months ago. Jesus Christ.
Impressive, impressive. Mine
And and
was a
yet
week ago.
and yet and yet somehow I don't fucking know why or how it has 32 views and counting.
Yo, it's counting at 32 views in 5 months.
I know. Hold your applause.
The next Mr. Beast, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Beast.
Beast. That happened.
But whenever All
Yeah.
right, here let's do a little editing funny moment. Every time I yell Mr. Beast, you have to screenshot the fucking you have to green screen that shit over my fucking banner on the fucking podcast.
You see, I would do that. However, I am lazy as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I just delayed your upload by like what, 4 months? Get fucked.
Yeah, I need this to go up Friday. Why?
Yeah,
This
nah.
Friday.
And I ain't allowing it. I ain't
Yeah,
allowing it.
yeah. I'm very glad you were available today because I'm going out of town Wednesday when this is supposed to go up Friday. So this is gonna
Thought you were,
upload while I'm not home.
thought you were gonna say you're going out of business.
Yeah, out of my OnlyFans isn't able to make ends meet. $5 a month is too
Damn.
much for some people.
Unlucky.
They're only
Unlucky.
willing to pay in dimes.
In dimes.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah,
sad.
I only pay in doubloons, unfortunately.
Yeah, they. For those of you who are fans of my YouTube channel, Kyaz is the man who wrote the Dark Maidens essay on my reading essays video.
I'm also the person that just kind of like is there from time to time and makes
Yeah,
really shitty jokes.
yeah, he does that. He does that. He's a
So I'm just there from time to time.
Yeah. We met on an SMP a year ago, and that SMP was kind of shit.
Hosted by an ASMR YouTuber. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Only
Actually,
real
no.
out of context Elliot veterans know that one.
Yeah. Actually, Moist wasn't the host.
Oh well,
It
that's how I
was
met
it was a
you. It
13 year
was
old was the host.
well, I don't know who was the host,
I haven't
but I
talked to
met you
Moist in
through
ages.
I met you through Moist
Yeah,
server.
I met you through. Yeah, I don't think it was Moist server. I thought. Yeah, it wasn't. It was the
No,
Fabled
yeah,
SMP, and the
it
owner was
L
Fabled.
L Fabbled. Good old Fabbled. I love me the Fabbled SMT. What can I say?
Yeah, yeah, that.
Speaking of SMPs, our old ones, that one went
Outcast,
hard for like
Outcast.
five. That one was good for like 5 days.
That we don't talk about the Outcast SMP.
We can't talk about any of the old SMPs.
No, we can't. We would have gotten we.
Honestly, it like the thing was is that I think all of those like SMPs could have had potential, but then one way or another, some shit just went wrong,
Yeah,
and then
so much.
everyone lost
Everything
interest.
had an issue on each one.
Yeah.
Like Fabled SMP, basically the owner just started letting anybody in, and they were causing shit, and there was no regulations, and it was basically made it impossible to make content. And then the dumb SMP, basically nobody joined, and there was no point in continuing because nobody was there.
Hmm.
And then I did another SMP, the Pixel SMP, where I got banned.
That one was funny.
That one was funny. And then there was the Outcast SMP, which was just uh
It happened.
it happened, and there was behind the scenes drama that resulted in the death of the SMP.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think the problem mostly was too with that SMP. It was just that like when you left, there was like, and I'm not trying to say this to shit talk anyone else
Oh
in that
yeah,
SMP. They're all cool people, but the minute
yeah,
you left, all the funny just got like sucked out of the
yeah,
SMP.
yeah,
Let's be fair. Everyone was there mainly because of you, and the moment you just disappeared off the face of the SMP,
yeah.
most of the quote unquote humor was just gone. And I mean, on top of that, for me especially, like I only really got on when you were streaming because it gave me a reason to stream. Other than that, I would have never
You,
fucking like.
you needed my views.
I pretty much, yeah. I was just leeching off of your views.
Yeah,
That was about it.
yeah. You needed my golden titties.
I needed the golden titties. You were basically my crutch that
Yeah,
gave me what, like an extra 4 views? Sick.
yeah, yeah.
Advertising, bitch.
I mean, that's like an eighth of your views on your latest video. So
Pretty much.
yeah.
Honestly though, the only thing that I've always wondered is why the fuck one of my fucking like I still don't get this. My shittiest video on my channel, which was a fucking like it wasn't even
It's
like
your most viewed.
a yeah, like one of the worst fucking like I literally played like a fucking like an
Yeah.
actual like Parkinson's victim. Like I don't know what the fuck why people think that video was so worthy of 177 views, but fuck it, we ball, I guess.
My most viewed video was 26K, and it was a skit about how annoying your mom comebacks are.
It's a good video.
It's a
Honestly,
it wasn't that bad, and it was a problem a lot of people could relate to, so it got 26K.
honestly, what's really sad is the one video I made as a joke making fun of Friday Night Funkin' was the one video that actually got more views than some of the videos where I actually tried with my fucking content,
You
which
feel
I
that,
think is
right?
just that's nuts. Yeah,
Some
like
of my views.
now I know like the YouTube
Yeah.
meta is basically just make something
It's
really stupid
it
and hope for the
it really
best.
doesn't matter. I had a friend steal I gave him my phone because he wanted contacts on a group chat. So he was like, I'm gonna do a devious thing, and he recorded a video, and it was just him holding my phone up to his mouth and doing this,
That's content,
and then he
baby.
was breathing, yeah, and then he was like, I dare you to post that, and I said, fuck it, and it got 7K views by the end of the school day.
Perfect.
I was like, bro, that is my second most viewed video right now. Technically, there were others that were, the sleep streams. We don't talk about those.
Those were funny.
Yeah, yeah. We're coming up on a year of the time those of when those popped off.
Hey, you know what though? It's uh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think especially there's a lot to be said. It's the great grand year of 2023, and
yeah.
there's a lot to be said about that and its of like its own self. But honestly, what I'm really interested in, I think a lot of people are gonna be interested. What the fuck happened to you and your content? You just died for a while, and then you just said, you know what, season finale, bitch, it's happening.
I don't know if you watched, but I had been planning to step away from YouTube since August, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, I and then I I I had a few more videos that I wanted to get out there. Um, it was uh I had a couple. One of them I took down because it was my Amaranth video. Um,
Oh,
that was
sick.
before the abusive husband stuff came out, and I didn't want it to age poorly, so I took it down. And also, I didn't want to talk about a victim of domestic abuse, and basically, I thought I was spitting facts, but I was not. So
Okay.
so I took it down because for the sake of sensitiveness and
Yeah, I don't exactly get confident whenever I hear. Yeah, I had to take the video down for being insensitive because it was about her getting fucking beat.
yeah, it was.
I usually
I
don't go
talked
over.
about like how, you know, how her viewers were the ones forcing her to keep going because I mentioned how she was like stuck in a cycle. If she would have walked away, her viewers would have come for her because they already repeatedly swat her and stalk her. So like when they can't jerk off to her content anymore, they're just gonna come and find her.
Hmm.
didn't age very well.
Yeah, I really didn't.
Yeah, and then I took it down and posted, and then yeah, that happened. I dodged any drama.
I I mean, let's be real. You could have just left it up there. You were gonna end the channel anyway.
I could have used it, yeah, and then I made a 20-minute rant. YouTube, one thing that, because the reason why is money.
Oh,
YouTube changed um the monetization requirements. I don't know if you know this, but the 4,000 watch hours now have to be over the span of a year. So all of my videos from a year prior
what
were
the hell?
basically being put to waste.
Jesus
I
fuck.
wasn't getting anything off of those, not even like the whole, at least the whole year, and the whole grind had been towards watch hours, like one hour at a time, you know? And then it was revealed, like, yeah, no, then they changed that back in August, and a lot of people don't know about it, because all the people that need to know that are little guys like us who don't know shit.
The little
Yeah,
ones, yeah.
the puny ones. And then I posted a finale, and then yeah, also I was just, I'm like, I'm 18, I need to get my shit together.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
I
I'm still doing these podcasts though, and I'm airing. And then Christmas, I announced I'm putting them on YouTube as well. I have a whole
oh,
bunch of them
sorry.
on Spotify.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, yeah. So what have
I
you been up
think
to?
honestly, nothing productive. Like,
So
like
the
here's the
usual.
thing, right? Yeah, pretty much. I like the funny thing was I was gonna make like I'm not even lying. I was gonna make like a huge ass comeback. It was gonna be fucking like monumental. I'm talking like
It's not too
fucking
late.
like Nintendo quality fucking comeback. Like
Oh,
what I was about to do was about to be like fucking Animal Crossing announcing fucking Mario 2.0 remastered definitive edition Skyrim bundle fucking bullshit. It was gonna be fucking nuts. But then the problems started seeping in when I realized, oh fuck, I have responsibilities. I don't have the time to do that.
yeah,
And then like from there everything just got really shitty. Like I got a fucking part-time job, so now I have even less time to do shit.
yeah.
So it's mostly like I'm just working like really random times. And then even then
From
it's like
4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
pretty much.
That's what I
I
worked
mean,
at that was my hours at McDonald's.
I I'm not even kidding when I said this. I had a shift where I had to do an hour. Just a single fucking hour.
3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Literally it was like almost it was it was so random too. It was 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and they like it was weird because I was like they announced it like 4 days before. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, am I only working an hour?
It's like what why? What did I do wrong?
Do you have like a lot of coworkers that you have to fight for hours with?
No, no, a lot. Honestly, there's only like a couple of other workers, and they all fucking hate their jobs. I'm the only
Yeah.
one that shows like any level of like, I feel like I should do this job right.
How long have you worked there?
I've been working there for about like nearly a month,
Okay, how long have they worked there?
nearly a month
You know where
now,
I'm going with this.
nearly a month now. I'm just waiting for the moment that I'm just gonna hear, hey, so I'm waiting for like new fucking employees. Can you just come in and work the whole fucking day, please? I'm gonna be
Need
waiting
that
for that one.
money.
That's gonna
Need that money.
I'm on that grind. I don't give a fuck if I'm gonna have to work 40 hours. I'll do what I have to do.
I I I'm balancing like sports right now, cuz you know me. I be runner boy. I'm
Of
now
course.
set to run in college now.
Hell yeah, one
So
year to the next, baby. We're
yeah.
making progress.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm now set to run in college for at least until I transfer out of that community college for
Until I fucking die.
I will always run. I will
I'm not allowed to stop running. If I even so much as think
Yeah.
about walking, I get
I
shot.
I'm like speed. If I stop running, I explode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, but yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm going out of town for nationals in one of my sports next week. I'm going to Atlanta.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you. Take pity on me. Take pity on me.
And would you look at that? All my subscribers from Atlanta gone.
It's not as bad. Last year it was in Cincinnati.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. That's I'm fortunate that I yeah. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had to like do anything related to school out of town except for like the fucking field trips. I think that's about it.
Yeah. This isn't
Like,
related to school. It's club related.
damn.
So,
Which club you going to?
it's called, you know me, orienteering. The map thing.
Orienteering,
The map thing.
the map thing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So, honestly though, one thing I'm actually interested to hear your take on. What is your thoughts on fucking Super Planet Dolan getting a season 2?
What?
You never heard of this?
Super Planet Dole Whip?
Okay, so I should probably explain. I'm
Yeah.
sure at least some of your viewers are gonna know them, but for you, I'll explain. So they were like one of those like they were commentary YouTubers before commentary YouTubers, basically. Basically, what they did is they would answer like they would basically ask like really fucking stupid questions and give you really fucking obvious answers. And for like the longest
What's
time, they were
the
consi
what's it called?
it's called Super Planet Dolan, Dolan. There was like a huge fucking drama with it. Dude, fucking Critical used to be a part. Moist Critical used to be a part of that fucking group too. But
Super
then I don't
Planet
know.
Dolan. It's a YouTube channel.
They basically do like fucking animations and shit, but it's like sometimes they'll do like questions or sometimes they'll do like fucking
What if
well
you only
yeah,
ever ate one type of food was their most recent one?
yeah, basically they get asked questions and they just give them like scientific response. But they animate it, so it's got all this shit to it. And anyways, there was a huge thing going on, right? That they're one of their fucking voice actors, right? Shima, I think her name was. She just went fucking AWOL. She just disappeared off of the face of the earth.
That
Like she
that is
no.
their that was posted to video. What actually happened to Sheba?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Uh
she went fucking AWOL for like the longest time. No one knew where she was, and it was like a huge like fucking dude.
huh.
Fucking what was the name? The fucking Nightmare Expo. That guy. He did a whole video on this shit. Or fucking no, not Nightmare Expo. It was a Scare Theater.
Did
That's his
she
name.
just she just disappeared?
Yeah,
There.
no, like that's the thing. It was like a whole thing. Like she went fucking dark. She wasn't on YouTube. She wasn't on Steam. She wasn't on fucking Instagram. She was on nothing. She just despawned. And then there was a whole thing, and then they made a video kind of talking about it. And then eventually they said like, oh well, she's on sometimes, but she doesn't talk to anyone. She doesn't say anything to anyone. She literally went AWOL. But then eventually, fucking, I guess I didn't watch the whole video, so I can't really say anything about it. But I mean, if you know fucking Planet Dolan, then I guarantee you probably seen that video by now.
I I I I don't. What happened?
Well, I don't know. That's the thing, because I don't fucking know. I guess she's back. I guess not. I don't. How do I know? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I,
But
I I didn't hear about that. I've never heard of that channel. I
yeah,
1.85 mil is
it's
what they
crazy
had.
though. But like fucking back to what I was
I've
saying,
been
because
the drama.
that was like a whole.
I've been immersed in the Logan Paul drama recently. That's the
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
yeah.
The zoo scam shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's the drama I've been keeping up with the last week.
Honestly though, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why people are making such a big deal about it. Like really, people are fucking surprised.
Whoa, people are blown away that a crypto. I
Like,
on the low,
whoa,
I just call it a crypto scam. Like, like
no, there's no point even like trying to be like, oh, it may be a crypto. No, it's a fucking crypto
it's a
scam. Like,
crypto scam. Uh,
it's just 100% a crypto
Basically
scam.
everything crypto related these days is all scam now. Like the
Yeah, because like, who
yeah,
the fuck wants to do
it's
crypto scams
yeah.
now? There's no point.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking,
the
dude,
market's
honestly,
terrible. Like
I don't know how the fuck. Like, I mean, I said this, but like, if you're a fucking like if you're a fan of Logan Paul, all right, then you look, I'm sorry,
you're
but if you're a fan of Logan Paul, I can imagine you're not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. But just to put it
yeah,
out there, if you're really that dumb to trust a Bitcoin scam or fucking whatever the fuck it was or something from
an
Logan Paul,
original
this mother
coin. Like
look, this motherfucker has never like I'm just gonna say it as it is. This motherfucker has never been right about anything, and yet all of a sudden just come out the woods like crypto, guys, hear me out. Like, no, come on.
That
Anything anything that any YouTuber asks you to put any money into, like if they have to say, please try this out, but you have to put your money in, just fuck off with that. Just tell them to fuck off. There's no way it's fucking worth any of the trouble.
unless it's out of context, Elliot.
Of course, if it's out of context, Elliot OnlyFans, $5
Yeah,
a month, by the way.
yeah.
Very worth it.
That's a
Very
good
100%
investment.
worth it.
That is a good
Yeah,
investment.
you get free uncensored feed
Yeah,
pics.
yeah, yeah.
I would know. I've been a happy subscriber for about 4 months. Oh, for free? For free. For
Snapshot
free.
there.
For free.
I've already
You know there's a
taken a
fuck
screenshot and I've already
isn't there
taken
a
a screen.
fucking yeah, there's a fucking Wikipedia for like YouTubers like feet pics, I'm pretty sure.
I think they're YouTuber feed pics are at there's definitely a page like that out there.
Yeah, it's called my channel. Check me out.
That's your big comeback.
That's a big comeback. I post YouTuber feet videos.
Pokemon's
You
feed compilation number one.
no, not Pokimane. She's
Mm,
have you ever seen the picture of like Pokimane without her fucking makeup on?
yes.
Dude, how do people donate to that? That's my question. Once you see that, you can never go back.
You that nobody found that on her channel. Like,
Like that's the thing. Like,
yeah.
dude, honestly, you know what?
Oh
Say
my
this.
god,
Like,
there's
I'll say this. As much as I like to shit on like those YouTubers, right? They're smart as fuck because they know like
yeah.
all I have to do is show my feet on the screen and I get like millions. Like it's a
The
fucking pro gamer move, no
it's
matter how you look at it.
it's smart, but also like it's something not everyone can do because they are hot, they're able to do it.
Honestly, well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
Like,
honestly, OnlyFans, like at this point, people have become such fucking like degenerates that you
yeah,
can post pictures of your fucking fingernails and somehow you'll get like millions.
yeah.
Like at this
I should
point, it
look
doesn't
for
matter
that.
if you look like fucking Voldemort. You could still make some mad cash off OnlyFans. You know,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
and yeah, I think everyone realizes that. That's why there's such an unemployment shortage right now. There's an employment shortage right now.
Hey,
Everyone's
fuck,
like,
that's better for me, man. At least I can get my money. At least I can go get my job while I can. Fuck.
more
You,
work hours for me,
women, you heard that, ladies. Fucking quit your job and sell feet pics on OnlyFans so I can get jobs,
so I can
please.
get your shift.
So I can get your shift hours, please.
I
I
need
need
to.
that cash
I
money too.
need that $15 per hour.
I need that epic cash money
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. I need that. I need that.
The cash money of taking advantage of
I you
people's
see
fucking shifts.
you see. I live in Washington, and we're like the second highest. We're like some of the most expensive property in the U.S. So everything is more expensive here. So everyone drive. There's like Teslas you see a Tesla every 5 miles.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and so everything's just more expensive. So I need that OnlyFans over here, man. I need I can't be having all those multiple shifts, multiple minimum wage shifts. I need those OnlyFans dollars.
OnlyFans dollars. Honestly, that's like, it sounds funny, but like, fuck, man. If I can get a YouTube
Yeah,
partnership as quick as possible without needing to pay fucking
yeah,
rent, I'll be set.
yeah. Easy, easy.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, this is fucking YouTube we're talking about.
Yeah, they
If I say one no word at the beginning of my video, my fucking
careful not to
Su
say it within the first 8 to 15 seconds.
yeah, or whatever her name is, Susan Wajoji,
Wachowski.
fucking Wachowski, Mike Wazowski, fucking I don't
Yeah,
care. Susan
I'm
Wazowski is
watching
gonna
you,
come to my
Wachowski.
literally like if Susan Wazowski comes, like she's gonna see that shit, she's gonna
Yeah,
come to my house and chop my head off. Like I don't
yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
I'm gonna be in the
I
next fucking
mean,
ISIS beheading
I
video.
mean, if you're dead, then you don't have to worry about paying rent.
Then again, I can't make videos, so what's the
That's
point?
true. That's true. Your audience of 32
What is
viewers is gonna be so disappointed.
they'll never get to see any more content from me.
Yeah, yeah,
All those poor viewers out there, rise up now while you have the
yeah.
chance.
The YouTube revolution is upon us.
I don't think there's gonna be a single YouTube revolution
I don't think there ever will be. What's
until fucking Susan like if she ever resigns, I don't think this site is gonna get any better.
Yeah,
Like, look, I hate to
yeah,
be the one to say it, but let's just be for real. She ruined this fucking site like hella.
yeah. She does get blamed for a lot of shit, but like, yeah,
Well, she
like
fucking should. She makes
she
all
is
the
the
fucking
CEO.
executive.
Like
Yeah, she makes
she
all the
is the
fucking.
CEO. Like if she could easily veto any of this shit that's happening, but she's still going for it.
Yeah, I think she's taking the approach of everything should be happy, 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 joy, joy. When the
She,
reality of it is, fucking,
the
I can
thing
go on
is,
YouTube right now.
the
I can
thing
go on YouTube
is,
right now and look up penis porn, and I'll find
yeah,
some.
the approach is it's like, hey, we want to be able to put ads on stuff for she's not trying to cater to the YouTubers. She's trying to cater to the ad people. And
Of
anyone
course.
any advertisement, she's like, yeah, advertisements don't particularly want that kind of stuff on their videos. On
I mean,
videos,
but
so
like
it's like,
at the same time too, like you have to remember, like this is the fucking site where there is actually just a whole playlist of uncensored porn.
yeah,
Like you can just find it if you
look
look.
up naked, look up naked, and you'll find nudes.
Naked, yeah, look up naked fucking yoga.
You don't
I
even
saw a
need
video.
you don't even need naked. You don't even need naked yoga. You can just find look up naked, and then there'll be like
Also,
a
like,
boatload of
I
results.
mean, I'm not trying to call anyone out here, but there's those fucking like those ASMR videos that are just straight up
Oh,
audio porn.
don't even get me started on the sleep streamers. Oh my
Uh,
god, just camera literally just lying down, boner the or schlong highlighted in pants.
I think you're the only
People,
person I've known that has crotched the fucking viewers at home.
I did it 3 times in one video once.
Sick.
And it was supposed to be a final for my if on my channel comedic lit stand up final. That was about a year ago, almost a year ago exactly. I had COVID and I was gonna do a stand up bit in front of the class talking about, and that was when the sleep stream only got to 1,000 views,
Jesus.
but it got to 10 times that within a couple months. So
Fuck. It kind of reminds me of the
yeah.
it kind of fucking reminds me of what was it? There was a YouTuber that made like fucking they made like a shit ton of money off of breathing into the microphone or some shit like
Oh
that.
my god. Yeah.
Who the fuck was it? I don't.
Our mutual friend Moist is an ASMR YouTuber.
Well, yeah, no, but
Yeah.
it's
Like
that's the thing. It's not even like how with like Moist does it, where it's like actual ASMR. It's literally just like huffing and puffing into a microphone, like they just did a fucking
yeah.
100-yard dash in like under a second. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking. Yeah, it
Yeah.
literally just sounds like it literally just sounds like they're fucking dying.
Yeah.
It's just like, honestly though, that to me that shit's so interesting because like, who the fuck is that made for? Like,
Yeah.
I can't think of a single person who wakes up in the
There,
day and just like,
and it's
I
like
wanna, you
I
know
want to
what?
listen
I
to
wanna
people
watch
out
some
of
people
breath.
breathe.
I want to
I
listen
just
to
wanna
people
watch. I
breathing
wanna listen to people
aggressively.
breathe.
Yeah.
Like okay, even the videos where it's like
I
fucking
think
ASMR like
however I think
Dommy
I
mommy like
yeah.
cuddles your fucking balls or something like that. Even those I can
Yeah.
somewhat get, but it's like everything like with that fucking bullshit with like the whole like breathing thing. Like
Yeah.
what do you get out of that?
You know how ASMR started, right? It was supposed to be like sleep stuff. It was supposed to
Oh yeah, no.
it was supposed to be something you did listen to when you went to sleep. But now
Hmm.
it's but then it shortly devolved into porn. Like
It's
like
it always was, Jimbo.
it always turns into porn.
It always has been.
It's like Minecraft YouTubers. They always turn into pedophiles.
Honestly, I'm really surprised Dream hasn't been talking to minors yet.
I had, I had
Well, what the fuck was that? The gavel? Did Judge Judy just walk
that
in? Is
was
she about to prove me wrong or
that
something?
was a knock on wood.
Knock on wood. You know, honestly, I'm gonna kind of pray it happens at this point, just so he can get off the face of this earth.
He'll be fine. Like,
That's
granted, he
true,
does have a
actually.
face now. He does have a face now that he could have associated with, but like,
He looks like a second evolved stage for Shane Dawson. Prove me fucking wrong. Say I'm wrong. Like, say I'm fucking wrong. Exactly, you fucking can.
Shane Dawson is the third evolved.
Heard of all
He's like the mega evolution.
the mega evolution.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Who did I say he looked like? He looked like yeah, I had a video where I made fun of him. I wasn't gonna, that wasn't one of the planned videos that
Mhm.
I definitely was like, I gotta talk about this. All I do is bully Dream. I need to sleep on camera and bully Dream. That's me. That's out of
That
context telling.
that that's what it is.
Yeah. So I was like, I pointed out how untrimmed his fingernails were in the video. Like if you go back, like his hands are smooth as fuck, but his nails are completely untrimmed. Were are untrimmed. He's also got like a ring here and a ring here on the same hand.
Yeah, honestly, like fucking every time I think of Dream, I think of the fucking Meat Canyon animation.
Oh my god.
That's all I think of.
I can't handle Meat Canyon, man. I can't handle that.
He's
I
he's like the funniest thing. Like he just makes the funniest shit,
Yeah.
but also the most horrifying
it,
shit.
it's it's like scary. It's like I like yeah, where he's a goddamn bedroom slug and he's like, "That's my son."
Fucking love that one, dude.
I did like the
I
Tommy
still
in it one. I thought the Tommy in it one was pretty funny.
Tommy in it one was pretty funny, but I still think I
Yeah.
like the Dream one more because that one was just straight making fun of him.
The Dream one was exactly it. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
this
Dream has a social life outside of like I think Dream spends his day um on social media. I not even posting, just looking. I don't think he does anything with his life
yeah, I wouldn't be
anymore.
hugely surprised.
I think he's very agoraphobic.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Fucking honestly, wait, did a fucking what's his name, Corpse Husband ever do a fucking
Nope. Still no
like
face
a
reveal
face
from
reveal?
Corpse. Still no
Or
face reveal
at
from
least an
Corpse.
official one? You know what? A lot of people make fun of him, but I bet he doesn't even look that fucking bad.
He sounds
Like
hot, so
I mean, that's
yeah,
the thing. Like you could sound hot but look like a fucking slug, so it's really it's up for debate, I guess.
yeah.
I personally am not fucking on any side
I listen to his
of the fucking.
music, so I really don't. I really,
I've only ever listened to one of his songs.
I like his music. His music's actually pretty good. Um,
Music's alright.
his he occasionally is he some of his songs are mid, but some of them are really good. I really like Life Waster, which he came out with last June, I think. Um,
I remember
he has
fucking what was it?
his song Agoraphobic is also pretty good.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one was pretty.
that one I like that one. That one's good.
Yeah, that one was good.
When he's
Fucking
less when he's more deep sad shit like that, he's good. When he does shit like that, I think that's where he shines.
the only time I ever lost like any respect for him is when he did a song with Machine Gun Kelly. That's it.
I hate to
Fucking
say
hate
it, but
that.
I like that song.
Fuck off, dude. I hate Machine Gun Kelly so
I
much.
I completely understand hating Machine Gun Kelly.
Dude, like
Dude is a
the problem with him is he has like fucking DID with his own music. Like who the fuck even is he at this point?
yeah,
Like he's not a rapper. He's not like
he's not a
a
rock
punk.
star. He's not yeah, he
Yeah, he's like what the fuck is he anymore? He gets clowned on by like everybody with a fucking pulse
yeah,
at this
and
point. Like, and
somehow he's able to be married to Megan Fox. Like
yeah, and also I just want to say for the record, like four of the people that I know that like his music are trends. Not trying to say anything, just saying there's a trend. There's a little common trend I'm noticing. Just pointing that out.
you're getting
And
canceled.
yeah, I'm getting canceled for that one. All right, this has
Yeah,
been a great run.
you're gonna end up like the baby. You've done all those
What?
war crimes behind the scenes, but
Man, who
that
fucking cares about him
ma-
anymore?
making fun of the gays is what's gonna get you.
Hey, I never made fun of anyone. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that all of his fucking fans are probably trans or gay. I'm just saying.
Members
And
of the
before
LGBTQ community.
anyone fucking says anything, I'm bi, bitch, so fight
Yeah,
me.
yeah. He can
I
say
can
it.
say shit like this. I
So
can
can
say shit
I.
like this.
He's on a bi person's podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Boom.
How am I sexist?
Yeah.
How am I homophobic,
We
huh?
both like men and women, but we can't get dark maidens.
How am I homophobic if I watch lesbian porn? Explain that, atheists.
Got him. Got him.
Got him.
Got him. Got
Exactly.
him.
Honestly, like fucking. I think the problem though, like with fucking like let's just say Machine Gun Kelly or any fucking like
Artists like that.
stupid, yeah, like stupid ass
Even
fucking.
any most modern day artists are stupid ass idiots anyway.
Yeah, no, I have to agree on that one. There's like barely any
Yeah.
new rappers that I ever like actually would give a shit about.
Yeah. It.
And honestly,
Everyone,
the
every
problem
rapper
like
I listened to was around before the 2010s.
yeah, the problem that I've like noticed the most with like fucking let's just mostly specifically this is just with rappers, right? They're all so fucking like set in stone with what they are.
Yeah.
Like they never try anything new.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if you want to stick to the genre, right? I get that and
Yeah.
all. But like
It's the
if
same
you do yeah, like if
same
you do
sound.
literally the exact same thing that everyone else does,
Yeah.
first of all, how the fuck are you even gonna get noticed? Because you're making the exact same
Yeah.
generic shit as everyone else.
Say yeah, exactly. Exactly. You have a great point. Great point. Like half of like it when a rapper's like that, like a lot of people are like, yeah, I just like that one track they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of what happened. It's kind of sad, but that's kind of what happened with this one rapper I know, A Kill. He did a
No clue who that
fucking
is. Probably
so
probably trash.
he did a song called Cowboy Bebop. It's on fucking Spotify. It's a really good fucking track. But it gives me like old school like fucking Wu-Tang vibes, you know what I mean? And it's
Cowboy
good,
Bebop
but
like
the
the anime?
yeah, it's named after the anime. And I like the song. But if like and it has like over like 1 million streams or some shit like that, I think. And then if you go to his other fucking songs, right? Like 1,000 streams, 2,000 streams.
Yeah.
Like it's pathetic. And the sad
Yeah.
thing is because like the music doesn't suck. It's just that it's just such an unoriginal style.
Yeah. I
Is
even the big ones still suffer from that problem where
oh
like
yeah,
where they have
100%.
individual tracks that um like Eminem's album in 2019, nobody was talking. That album is like such a variety of music, but everybody, all people talked about was Godzilla.
Yeah,
Eh,
and honestly,
that
it
that
kind of
in my opinion, it's not even the best track on the album. Like,
yeah, honestly, the sad thing is too is mostly just because Juice World was on that one.
yeah, I think that did have a lot to do with it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, the
and
big thing that
also
was like, hey, also Juice Juice World's still like been coming out with music like over the last year and a half.
yeah, that kind of reminds me. I want to say it, bit of an unpopular opinion, but I hate his Legends Never Die album. Like, honestly, he's a good rapper. I like his stuff. Don't get me wrong, and some songs on that one were good, but the ones that I heard most people talking about were fucking conversations and shit like that. I hated those songs. I don't know why. I did not like them.
Yeah, I was never really much of a fan of the guy to begin with. I didn't like
I
his excessive auto tune, but
honestly, for
I
me,
acknowledged why I know why I understand why he was popular.
yeah, like I get why he's popular too. Like
Yeah,
I like his music and I
yeah,
agree the overuse of fucking auto-tune is one thing, but I feel
yeah.
like to a certain degree you can excuse that. But like fucking the problem with a lot of those songs too is that
He's no Machine Gun Kelly, but
yeah, of course,
yeah.
obviously. Honestly, you know what? The one song I always think of was fucking shit, what was it? It was a song is one he did with the fucking Marshmello.
I
Dude,
still see your shadows in my
no,
room.
the wrong
Can't
one, wrong
take
one.
that. That was his that was his magnum opus. That was his big one.
Honestly, I don't like I everybody talks about that song, but I think
Yeah,
that was nowhere near his best
it
song.
was overplayed back in the
Yeah,
day.
like the problem is like fucking I hear that shit so much to where the point like if I hear it again, I fucking laugh at it. Like it's not even funny anymore. Or, like it's not
Yeah,
even like a good song anymore. It's just it's funny to me now.
yeah, yeah.
And on top of that, like the fucking with like I was saying, like that song that he did with Marshmello, like the instrumental. did not match his vocal style like
Come and
at
Go.
fucking yeah, Come and Go, that one.
Yeah.
Because it's like you like because the thing is like Marshmello does like upbeat shit and then everything else Juice World does is like fucking sad and depressing. So like how the fuck do you mix those two? And I'll tell you the answer, you don't.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was even made is a sin.
I don't think it
You know,
was. Yeah, I don't think that song was intended to be made the way it was.
no,
Cause
100% no, it
yeah,
wasn't.
I think a lot of those tracks that came out after he died were like made by people that he was supposed to take the reins on it, but like then like
Yeah,
then
and then he
like
passed away,
yeah,
which is
so
unfortunate.
so they all those tracks were made by basically other people. They just had his vocals and his lyrics.
That
So
kind of reminds me. That kind of reminds me too. I started like I actually did a little research about like that whole thing, right? And I found out that supposedly fucking a lot of people started blaming the pilot of the flight because apparently he snitched on
I
fucking Juice
I
World and
thought
all
he
the people that they
yeah,
had like drugs on them.
I thought he never got on the plane. How'd the
No, he
pilot
did.
know? He did?
No, he did. That was the thing though. A lot of people accused the fucking pilot because they said he was a snitch and that if he never said anything, then they wouldn't. Because they he OD'd because they didn't want to get caught. Like that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like he just did a shit ton of drugs to try not to get caught. So they said they're making an argument that if he never said the pilot never said anything, then fucking maybe he would have been alive today. But honestly, I
I
don't think that's true.
don't put that on the pilot, man. He was just trying to he didn't want drugs on his plane.
And honestly, like let's just be completely fair. Like
Blame it
fucking
on the TSA.
yeah, that motherfucker shouldn't have even had the drugs to begin with. Like
Yeah.
that's and also I mean like here's the other thing too, right? Like that guy's got money. If anything, worst case scenario, he could get bailed. He probably could have gotten bailed out. I really don't think that it would have been that bad if he just gone to jail for
Yeah.
a little bit.
That's all these major deaths are like sus in some
Yeah,
way.
they
They have some loophole with them. Like
not even really that they have loopholes. It's just usually that a
or
lot
that
of them are just really stupid
yeah.
and just yeah. I
There
mean
are
it.
times where I'm like I'm thinking we didn't really get the full truth, but
Oh no, 100%.
yeah,
Hon honestly, it's still funny too because the only like rapper that I know of, right, to this day that has never gotten like a reasonable like cause of death was fucking this guy MF Doom. Like even to this day, nobody knows the cause of his death. Like
he just maybe
he just died. He just fucking died. Like that was the
he's
thing.
dead.
Like
Maybe his family wanted to keep it a secret,
well, that's the thing. They didn't even keep it they kept it a secret for like a few days.
but
But the
then
problem was is that even when they did, they didn't even say like
it
why or
how
how.
they just said he
Hmm.
died.
Yeah, they just said he fucking died.
Huh.
It's like crazy stuff like that, but fucking
Yeah,
it's crazy how shit like that happens.
yeah. And then there's guys like that are still producing shit
Mhm.
that refuse to. There are so many artists in that industry just that will not fall off.
That
Like
should have.
one of them, yeah, Snoop Dogg. I
I wouldn't say he
I
should have.
yeah, a lot of those Eminem. The another famous one, Tupac. He's dead, but he nobody everyone talks about his death and how he's like the most common one. Like, who would you bring back to life? Tupac.
Yeah, honestly, I think the problem, especially with like a lot of people, is that like
Yeah.
they also gotta realize to a certain extent, like certain rappers were actually pretty fucking shitty people. Like just because they made good music, that doesn't exactly mean they were good people. Fucking, I'm pretty sure it
There.
was all but confirmed at this point
Hold on.
that Tupac was fucking he was cheating with fucking Jada Smith or whatever the fuck her name was, the G.I. Joe bitch.
You know, Immortal Technique, that
Oh yeah.
rapper. Yeah. You know,
Uh-huh.
they have a track "Dance with the Devil" about
Uh-huh.
based on a true story about a time they raped and murdered a girl.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah.
I love admitting to crimes over the
Yeah,
internet.
them and a bunch of guys got and raped and murdered this girl, and I don't know if they were punished or not, but
Fucking. Let's be for real. At this point, probably not.
I feel like every confessional that's come out in a music track, I don't think there's ever been something wrong with that. I don't think there's ever been like charges made out of a confession like in that way.
Yeah, that's honestly like just kind of how it is at this point.
Uh, you think of like the prosecution trying to prove that they did it. Like, Your Honor, in this song, they, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this song lyric they state this. I would
Fucking
like to call the writer to the stand. How would what I plead the fifth.
plead the fifth. Honestly, that's probably what they're gonna do too.
Yeah, it's like it's a song. All they gotta do is just have them plead the fifth, and then um have their lawyer show an example of when they referenced a song lyric that was false, and then boom,
Yeah,
they're
that's honestly.
and then they don't get 13 out of 13. I'm studying
You
to be
know,
a lawyer. So.
honestly, you know what? I think fucking or well, this is completely fucking unrelated, but I think we all should do fucking Among Us VR. That would be funny. With your
What a
history of Among
segue!
Us.
What a
So
segue!
yeah. Yeah, I know.
What a
I'm a great.
segue!
You need a segue, I'm on it. I will just turn anything into anything.
uh, I don't have a VR device. Getting a VR group of people for VR is hard.
I'll steal one for you.
I'll s-
I'll rob someone. I
I'll
don't
rob some
know.
rich person. It's fine. I'll steal their Oculus. Is Among Us VR
Fucking
good?
I honestly do not know.
I haven't touched. I've played Among Us with proximity chat, and you are right. I do have quite a bit of Among Us content on this channel.
Yeah, honestly, from what I've heard, it's basically just that, but it's like funnier because you can get into lobbies with like little 3-year-olds and terrify them. So that's always funny.
Yeah. I I never thought about this until recently, but there's going to be, you know how when we're growing up we always say, our first console was this? Like
Uh-huh.
my first console was a Wii, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be a now in like 10 years we're going to see like, yeah, my first console was an Oculus.
Honestly, that'd be
That
fucking nuts though.
that's gonna there's like a whole when with basically all VR products now there's going to be a group of kids that's like that was the first video games I played.
Honestly, I can't tell if that's like sad or what, but still, that's
Yeah, it,
interesting.
it it shows like one thing, it's like look how old we are.
Yeah,
Like I want to say
100%.
that shit started popping up like in 2015 is when I started seeing that
Hmm.
shit. So like 8 years ago,
Yeah.
when I was like 10 years old. And then now, and then there's going to be a time like, predating us.
Hmm.
It's the previous generation, they were like, hey, yeah, my first console was like a Nintendo 64 or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Right? Shit that's ancient. And then we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, mine was an Xbox. Mine was an Xbox 360. Mine was a PS3, or mine was a Wii. We're already seeing like my first console was a Wii U. Um,
God, God help those motherfuckers.
yeah,
God help those
yeah,
people that their first console was a Wii U.
yeah.
Like
That's
you got the shittiest version of the best console on the earth. How does that feel? Like
yeah, yeah. Ugh,
that just sucks. You know
ugh.
what? Speaking of which, what was your first game console?
A Wii.
I'm curious. A Wii?
Yeah.
You know what mine was?
What?
Fucking PS2.
Oh,
And
that's
you know what's
classic.
crazy? You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
The first game I ever played when I was about 4. All right, get this. God of motherfucking War.
What?
I had the most unsupervised fucking playtime on earth because the first game I ever touched on PlayStation was God of Motherfucking War.
Well, all of
And
my friends are like, yeah, my first game was Lego this, or my first game
Mhm.
was like I was Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Um, my first game was, I don't know, Wii Sports. Um, I see a lot of Minecraft nowadays. Uh, I've heard Gmod. Never
Yeah,
have I heard God of War.
get fucking. You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? It actually could have somehow been worse because
GTA
basically
San
let me.
Andreas or whatever was that time.
No, actually, infinitely fucking worse. Are you familiar with the game called Manhunt?
Oh my god, yes.
So basically, what I didn't know at the time was because I used to play on my dad's old PS2, right? And it
Yeah.
was all his games. So the thing I didn't know is that at the very, because we basically, yes, this is a sin, by the way. I just want to post this, but I didn't. I just want to put this out there. This is a sin. We kept all the discs in like a fucking disc like holder thing, right? Which, in hindsight, completely fucked up the discs. By the
Yeah,
way, they are scratched beyond
that is
fuck.
a terrible thing to do with them.
Yeah, they are
Put them
scratched
in the
beyond
case, my
belief.
dude.
Yeah, no, I know, but this was my dad. He wasn't like the hugest fucking gamer growing up,
Yeah.
but like what I didn't know is at the very end was fucking Manhunt. And I very well could have accidentally just popped the disc in and I
Yeah.
would have played the single
Like,
most violent game ever
what's
made.
this? Yeah.
Like, hey, it's a Manhunt. What the fuck's a Manhunt? Oh shit. Honestly, like looking back on it though,
Innocence ruined.
the funny thing is though is that like you'd think like oh I grew up like all about like blood and violence and shit.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I honestly was never aware of the concept of death, so I was kind of just like watching him like, oh man, he's beating him up pretty good. He's
Yeah.
beating him up so good they're
Wow.
not even doing anything about
Wow,
it. They're
those
just fall.
those Greeks are really getting it.
Yeah, it's like fucking those monsters, man. They're how are they?
Yeah.
Are they good? Like that's the thing. Like I was never really aware of the concept of death, so I just kind of like went with it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
they just fell over and now they're despawned.
Yeah,
They're gone.
and it's not like graphics or where they are now where like you can portray like
Fucking
fucking intestines getting yanked around and have actual sex scenes in games like
dude, if fucking 4-year-old me would have gotten my hands on GTA 5, oh boy, that would have been funny.
oh,
That would
that
have been a funnier time.
you would be in jail right now.
Oh hell yeah, I would. Honestly, you know what? It's funny. I was actually thinking about the game because I recently I was feeling a little nostalgic, right?
Yeah,
So I rebought Manhunt on fucking PC, right?
on Steam.
And I yeah, and I started like thinking about like wasn't there a fucking sequel for this game? Like I kept thinking about it and I looked it up on Steam and I didn't find anything, so I was like I guess not. And it took me like a fucking few days later to realize that that game just was so bad, it just fucking they just couldn't sell it.
Yeah,
Like they even on Rockstar's official page, they just like don't want to acknowledge it
yeah,
anymore. This just they just can't
yeah,
handle it.
yeah.
Fucking I never understood why, and then I made the mistake of looking it up on YouTube, Manhunt 2 gameplay. And then I watched some of the most horrific fucking shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was like one of the first examples of of a AAA game botching. Granted, Rockstar was not Rockstar right now, right?
No, no, they were Rockstar, but that's the thing is because like Manhunt 1 was already in some crazy
Yeah,
shit when it first came out because it got blamed for an actual murder. And then like fucking Manhunt 2 came out and they upped the fucking gore. You think that's gonna fly well with people? Like fucking no fucking way it's gonna be good. Like
yeah.
and the problem is like
It's
it
hard to sell
actually
that
is
to
just a
kids.
well that's the thing too because it's like it's just a straight up like shitty game. Like Manhunt 2 is just a worse version of Manhunt 1.
Yeah,
Like that's the problem. It's basically the same game, a little bit worse, but with
yeah,
more like blood and gore and shit like that. So I mean, it
yeah.
really wasn't that interesting,
It makes
all things
Manhunt One
considered.
look like you're playing Pokemon.
Pretty much, yeah. It literally makes Manhunt 1 look like you're playing fucking Mario Brothers on the fucking
Yeah,
DS. Like it is pussy shit compared to it. But honestly though, like it's funny too, especially to think about like how graphics are now that
Hmm.
we considered that back in the day like super fucked up. Like that
Yeah,
was like
yeah. It's like, oh, dang. As opposed to like if you look up violence now, it's like, oh, that their head just exploded, and
yeah, no, well,
we
I,
see we see the brain chunks separating from the bone chunks separating from
I
the
know
skin
it's
chunks, and
like
like
like show the motherfuckers that thought Manhunt 2 was bad, show them a single 14-minute clip of the Callisto Protocol and they're gonna piss their pants.
yeah. I didn't
Like
play.
it's
I didn't buy that game, but I did. I did see some gameplay footage of it, and I'm like,
Yeah, honestly, that's the thing.
yeah.
Like, violence in video games at this point has come to the point where it's like I don't think there's ever gonna be a limit anymore.
I
Like,
don't think we'll ever
I
have a
hear,
limit. Yeah.
yeah, like that. See, here's the thing, because I always hear the argument like, oh, they could never make another Manhunt game in 2023 because like, oh, the liberals are gonna get scared away. But honestly, the
Yeah.
truth is
We
like,
had Doom
I
Eternal
know,
come out in like 2020, and that
yeah,
game
like
was a
that's the
smash
thing.
hit.
I
Granted, you're
know,
not
like
killing people; you're killing demons. But
yeah, but like here's the thing. I know people who are like straight up like femboys, like they cross the fucking line of like entire homosexuality, right?
yeah,
And they play some of the goriest shit I've ever seen. So if you're gonna sit there and tell me people are gonna be sensitive towards fucking Manhunt,
yeah.
you're fucking kidding yourselves,
I.
dude.
It's like, it's not gore that's the problem now. It's like
Hmm.
hate speech and stuff like that. Their
Yeah,
violence is not as bad as like what side you're on. Like
yeah,
what your words are more powerful than the violence. Like Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2022. That's what I've just been calling Modern Warfare 2 because
yeah,
it's no Modern Warfare. Yeah, it's no Modern Warfare 2. Like they show violent shit. Like they
yeah.
have violent shit. Callisto Protocol, that violent shit.
Hmm.
But like they're not getting shit. Everyone's too busy
Yeah.
like talking shit about everyone's going after Activision for their not the violent games they produce. Oh no 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 no, their sexual assault. Like like
Honestly.
that's what hurts them more than their
Yeah, I
inability
think
to sell violence.
the problem is less that like I mean like I was saying like earlier like oh they could never make a game like this before but the honestly I think they very Rockstar if they really wanted to they could make a Manhunt 3. I think
Yeah,
the only thing stopping them is the fact that it would be super hard like I mean let's just be fair.
yeah,
They're not gonna make anything new until GTA 5 fucking dies away,
yeah,
shrivels into dust and fucking disappears.
yeah. And,
Like it's
and I wonder when that's gonna happen. Like
it
that's gonna like I've, it's always been like, yeah, this is gonna be the year GTA 5 sort of starts to die away, and but it's still going strong.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna die for a really long time, and I think that's only because the game has just become infinitely replayable at this point.
Yeah,
Like the game's been out for so long,
it's
so many people have it that it's impossible for it to just die away
yeah,
that quickly.
yeah,
And
yeah,
also because like the grind in that game is so crazy that by the time you actually start getting better at the game, you don't want to stop at that point.
yeah.
So like
You're
to
sort of
hear
just
that
like
like oh a new game comes out and you're gonna have to do all that
yeah,
again is probably just not that good to hear.
yeah.
That's mostly why they don't release
That
GTA 6. Like,
I
I mean, well,
I
okay,
bet
obviously
that's
besides the fact they're working on it,
yeah.
but
Supposedly, I think 2024 is when they finally said it was gonna. I haven't seen it get delayed past 2024, but it's also a
mm,
week into 2023. Um, at the
yeah.
time of us recording this. Um, yeah, it's it's interesting for sure. Um, yeah, I know. I keep hearing like every month about like this feature is gonna be in like it's. I am a bit I think after Cyberpunk, I don't think they ever want to have Cyberpunk was supposed to be like a GTA set in 2077, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think they ever want that again. I think we see that and we're like, yeah.
I mean, I'll say this though, they fucking fixed it hella. Like Cyberpunk is nothing what it used to be. It used to
Yeah.
be like a fucking buggy ass mess. Now it's actually a
Playable.
game. Like it
It's
is
actually
playable
a
now.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a game now. You can actually like play it.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's the other thing too. Like I hear people say this and bitch about it, but like how Cyberpunk 2077 won Labor of Love on Steam. But like honestly, like I take it like this, right? Those motherfuckers could have easily just abandoned the game when it came
Yeah,
out, because
yeah,
like they really could have, and nobody would have said anything because it was
yeah.
just such a broken, buggy
That
mess.
yeah. As opposed to like Battlefield 2046, that
Where yeah, they just gave up on it.
they
But see, here's the
they were
thing,
like
like when Cyberpunk came out botched, they
yeah.
actually
They
worked on it.
CD Projekt
Like
Red they had a whole they literally aired an apology video on their
they
YouTube
aired an
channel. Yeah,
yeah, they aired an apology, and then they kept working on the
and
game.
then they were like update after update, patch after patch, and they're like, and now
And,
2 years later, they're
yeah,
doing I.
and then fucking Edge Runners came out too, and that like single-handedly revived the game.
I've heard. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty good.
I've heard good things about it. I never
In
watched it.
in the first 5 minutes, you get some titties. So if that's your speed. Granted, you have to see that right after watching a cyber psycho shit on a bunch of cops. But if that's hey, if that's your thing,
Wait, as in kill the cops or literally shit on
kill the cop. No, in
them?
2077, you do not shit on random cops.
Why do you come?
Why do you come?
You.
Fucking hell.
I remember that video from like when the game was first coming out. Like,
Well, I still think it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
It was
It
very
was like,
funny.
why do you come?
Why do
just,
you come?
just, and then it just
And
heavy
there's
music
fucking badass
intensifies.
music
Like,
playing on the
yeah,
background.
yeah, and that is like the only thing that was good when that game launched the soundtrack.
Dude, I still think the soundtrack is probably one of the fucking best
Yeah,
like
soundtrack
that
is
we've seen
banger.
recently.
Yeah, soundtrack is a banger. Granted, it's I'm a sucker
I
for
I,
that
I
genre,
actually
but
I finished that. I finished the game recently. I actually today. I literally finished it today.
actually,
And yeah, like I actually like the first time I finished it was today, and holy fuck, it was probably one of the best games I've ever fucking played in my life.
yeah.
It's like the
But
problem though is
no
that
one's gonna remember that because everyone's just gonna remember the fucked launch.
honestly though, like because of the Edge Runners thing, a lot of people are remembering it more positively now, which is
Yeah,
good. But at the same time too, it's like I think it'd be unfair to just forget about the shitty launch.
yeah,
Cause like no matter if the game is really fucking good or not, we still can't deny the fact that the game came out a piece of shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it came out and it was terrible.
That's kind of like the norm these days, which is sad, but
It is, but
yeah,
I mean to be fair, is it really surprising?
yeah.
Like it almost seems like every like that's the other thing too, like most games come out pretty shitty, like on
Hmm.
launch, because I mean, fucking obviously they're gonna come out kind of shitty. I think the problem is that we expect too much of the games now.
Hmm.
Like
We
I said it
expect the
too that
companies to pull through, but then we're like, oh
yeah,
yeah,
and I mean I said this too before it came out. I called it that the game that Cyberpunk was never gonna fucking it was never gonna meet the demands. Even if it was game of the fucking century,
yeah,
the hype was so
yeah.
fucking high
That
for it, the game could never meet it.
yeah, that was everyone was predicting like I I I think this was before they had this award, but like most anticipated game of the year.
Yeah, it
I
was one of the
think
most anticipated games.
I
Yeah.
think before that was an award at the Game Awards, I think it definitely would have won. I either or if that's a if no if that award was a thing at the time, it definitely won.
No, yeah, no, it
Yeah.
is. It still is.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk is
it was
like
so
super
hyped.
fucking.
It was so hyped and
Yeah.
like the marketing for it was really good. They they marketed it really well and then oh shit, we've been doing this for an hour and 3 minutes. I haven't
Fuck
really
it,
looked.
man.
I've been so invested in this convo, I haven't even looked at the thing. Yeah.
That's how you know this is a good podcast. When
Yeah,
you're just
right?
like lost
I
in
need to
like
have
and
you
like
on more
staying calm.
often.
Hell yeah, boy. But fucking yeah, no, like with shit like that specifically, like fucking like Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
like just that game, I think in my opinion purely, that game has seen so much shit that
Yeah.
it almost like seems like it's fucking
Yeah,
crazy how they just rose from the dead like
yeah.
that. Like
Grant,
it almost seems impossible.
if it was like Ubisoft or Activision, I don't think the game would have made it. Or
Uh-huh.
EA, even though,
God fucking forbid.
yeah,
Yeah.
God fucking forbid EA picks it up. Uh, yeah,
Honestly, like, okay, here's the thing, right? I'll say this: the new fucking so they're gonna make a new like expansion, right, for Cyberpunk, the Phantom Liberty. It's coming out this year, I think, right? You
probably,
know,
yeah.
after this, they're gonna make a sequel to Cyberpunk. They've already said it. They're gonna do a sequel
That,
for Cyberpunk.
yeah, it's gonna take a long time.
It's gonna take a long time, but I hope they learn their fucking mistake with the first one
Yeah,
and
granted
don't.
they've sort of learned the how to handle the technology now, and
Yeah,
I
and
I
honestly,
think a new
when it
game
comes
with,
out,
yeah,
yeah. So I'm hoping that when it fucking comes out, they don't absolutely fucking fuck it up.
yeah, they
Like,
I think the shareholders they're gonna be like, look, nobody wanted our game because we released it too early, so
let-
we can't
let's
we can't
let's
release it
try and
shit
act
this
like a real
time.
company here.
Yeah, we can't release a unfinished product.
Yeah,
Quit barking down our fucking necks, and then yeah,
yeah. That's honestly, yeah, that was the main problem. The game just came out half baked. Everybody knew it.
yeah, it had been delayed like 3 times that year. Like it was supposed to come out like um March of 2020, got delayed to October of 2020, got
In
delayed to
December.
late November of 2020, got delayed to
Yeah,
like mid December of 2020.
and then and then I got it when it came out in December. I got
Yeah,
it day one, right? And fucking and let me just say something, right? Motherfuckers cannot say shit to me about like, oh well, it's because I play on PC. No, I pre-ordered that thing on
yeah,
fucking PS4.
yeah,
I've seen hell.
yeah.
It was not fun.
That PS4s
And
cannot handle that. I was gonna buy it on
yeah,
my PS4, but then the game was shit, and
oh
then
yeah, no,
PlayStation took it off,
100%.
and
I'll say
PlayStation
this,
took it
like
off, and I was like, oh yeah,
yeah, I'll say this. I think that if you're gonna play Cyberpunk in any way, shape, or form, do it on a new gen console. Just
yeah,
like, do
yeah.
not ever fucking
Or if you have a
try.
yeah, or if you have like a really good PC, do your PC or your
Yeah, if
internal
you, well, I
console.
mean, obviously that's granted. If you have a good PC that can run it, fucking get it
Yeah,
on PC because you're gonna have the best experience there.
yeah, but
But
yeah, don't play it on a fucking. If
like,
you're still on a
God forbid you.
PS4, yeah,
Yeah, I've seen some motherfuckers that got it working on a PS3 and it's terrible.
yeah. Wait,
It's just
that
god
he
awful.
got it working on a PS3?
Yeah, somehow it functions. Not well, but it functions.
How?
I don't
That's
know.
like, how do you make? You must be the greatest porter of all time to see that
Apparently,
happen.
what they did is they got like they scaled down the fucking PS4 or Xbox version or some shit, and then they just hard ported it onto fucking PS3. It looks like shit
Oh, I
and
bet
it
it looks
plays
like
like
plays
shit,
and shit.
but it works.
Who's
Like
that?
I don't
That's
know.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I thought that was fucking
Why is he black?
wrong Keanu Reeves.
That's all his. It's just his hair, but it's his hair color's the only thing that rendered it. I swear he's not doing blackface.
I promise. Don't worry, his hair is supposed to get more polygons later in the game, trust
Yeah,
me.
yeah. You can't really do it right here because they're trying to render the whole landscape into all these other pixels. That's the landscape. You see that
Fucking.
blob right there? That's a hot dog stand.
You see that fucking junk of pixels over there? Guess what? That's your car.
All right, now try to move. PS3
Now try and move.
explodes.
I know. Try and move 2 centimeters without your or your fucking PS3 exploding. Go.
You have to like move, stop,
Don't
move, stop.
don't don't even consider trying to get into a firefight. It's not worth it.
Yeah. As soon as
It
you
is.
activate an NPC, the thing goes berk. The thing
Yeah.
breaks.
As soon as you get into a fucking fight, your PS3 just turns into a
Yeah.
fucking space heater.
Yeah. Good luck trying to ADS.
I don't even think you'll be able to move at that point.
Yeah. It's gonna look like this.
It's just, it's gonna be like 3 frames a fucking minute.
Crash.
I know. I remember when everybody was complaining about the crashes, but it's funny. My Cyberpunk, when I had it on PS4, it only crashed once, and I fucking played like up until like the
Really?
halfway point. Yeah, it only crashed once, and I played up until the halfway point until I realized that, man, this game's a piece of shit, isn't it?
My PS4 broke like days after it came out, and I never bought the
Skill
game.
issue, minor skill issue.
Yeah, I never bought the game. My PS4 broke that year, so
I pirated it. I don't even have a PS4. I stole that one too.
I in fact I'm not living my the people in the house I'm in don't even know I'm living here.
I've been living under their house for about a
Yeah.
year.
My parents thought they kicked me out. They were wrong.
I've been living in their fucking shower.
Yeah. Shows how much they
Like,
stank. They haven't been in it's been 5 months, they haven't even came in here.
wait till someone in your family sees this and they realize you just called your parents stank. Good luck explaining. Have fun. Also, I missed Death Stranding when it was free on Epic Games, which is both an L and a W.
It was free on Epic Games. I missed that. Fuck.
Yeah, honestly, like the only reason I say it was a W is because that's one
Oh,
more thing I have to think
uh
about less.
I don't know if you're I don't know if this deal's still up, but did you see the orange box was made $2?
I already own like half the games already.
Okay. Yeah, like you could get Half-Life 2, Gmod, Half-Life,
Yeah, so
all the other things like
the sale ended unfortunately, but fucking, you know what's
yeah,
funny?
I took
My brother
advantage of
said
that. I was like,
my
"Holy shit, that's like 25 cents a game." Like
my brother said he was gonna buy me Red Dead Redemption 2. It was on sale. Sale's over now.
yeah, all the Christmas
Okay.
sales are gone.
Goodbye, Christmas.
Goodbye Christmas.
Rest in piss. He will be missed.
You got to wait for like the spring sale. There's always a spring sale
At this
in
point,
April.
fucking at this point, Valve gets a hard on whenever they get the chance to put a sale on, and I'm
Yeah.
not complaining.
Yeah.
Fucking, they'll give me a sale if I wipe my ass in the morning at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
praying on
it's
it.
great. It's great.
They should do a fucking an annual sale whenever they realize like they should do a thing where like if not a single person is online like in a day, just they all like they have to do a sale.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
And it definitely won't, but on the off chance that it does, we
Everything is
get some games.
100% off for 10 minutes.
That would be such a good.
Uh,
I feel like
Everything is free as long as nobody's online, but as soon as one person as soon as like one person logs in, it's at 1% price. Then another person logs in, it's at 2% price, and then like the first 100 people.
what if you just go on offline mode? Dude, infinite money glitch. If everybody all
Yeah.
at once goes in offline
Yeah.
mode, I'm onto something.
Yo, they gotta we just gotta dodge Valve on that. They'll have no idea.
I'm on I'm on something.
Yeah, that's genius right there.
Also, fucking, my favorite thing, just in general.
Yeah. What's your
So
favorite thing?
I love playing VR milsim simulators with like fucking like those people that like take the games way too fucking seriously.
Who take
Because then
like simulator games too seriously?
yeah, I remember one time fucking like I was playing a game. It's called Onward, right? It's a really good game, but the problem is I there was this fucking like I'm not even kidding. It's not at least like 30, right?
Yeah.
And fucking like there was some like 12-year-old kid like just mic spamming and he was fucking getting so pissed. I want more games like that. I want more games like that.
Oh yeah.
I would kill for more games like that.
I
Actually, you know
mean,
what?
just play Modern
You know
Warfare
what?
2.
Nah, that one's nowhere nearly as funny. Cause like
It's all
fucking
grown men.
yeah, like that's
Yeah.
the thing is like Modern Warfare 2, you're getting screamed at 24/7
All
by
the
people.
9-year-olds in 2009 grew up.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, I miss old Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Those were the shit.
I wish I was around in that time.
I watched my brothers play. Well, I was mostly around for Black Ops 1 and 2
Yeah.
and shit like that. and Black Ops 3, obviously.
Yeah.
And those were, in my opinion, 1 and 2 were the peak for voice chat. Because, like, they were either so stupid or so funny. Like, there
Yeah.
was, like, no in between. It was either the dumbest shit or the funniest shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I was around for Black Ops 3 and 4. I didn't touch Infinite Warfare and World War 2. But
Good man.
yeah.
Well, actually, okay, I shouldn't say that about World War II because World War II was actually half decent. It was a good game. I'll give it that. It was actually kind of fun.
I've heard mostly negative things about it. I know it's
It,
aged
it
better than Infinite Warfare. Its multiplayer's aged better than Warfare's multiplayer, but
yeah. You see, that's the thing. It's because you really have to like play it to understand it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not like if you take everyone's opinion on it, of course you're gonna hear shitty things about it. But
A lot
like,
of it was like cuz that's when loot boxes peaked.
yeah, exactly.
So a lot of it
But the
was
good
that
thing
shit.
is like the majority of the time with like loot boxes, right? It's easier to obtain because it's
Mhm.
basically like how it is now, where it's like, oh, get XP, get some cash, like in-game cash, get
Yeah.
some crates, and then you'll
I
have fun.
they've realized the companies have realized that like all right, we can't use that scam anymore.
Yeah, but thankfully, like in modern World War II, it wasn't too bad, but it was still pretty bad for what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, Black
It
Ops
just,
4 is when they were like battle pass.
dude, honestly, Black Ops 4 was a mistake. I don't know who thought of that game, but they need to
Yeah.
be fired and
They
sent to hell.
yeah. I feel so bad for Treyarch. They've got to be like the most overworked. I'm glad they finally get to take a break and like
Honestly, you
get
know what?
to
I've said this once, I'll say it again. I blame fucking Sledgehammer Games. It's always them.
yeah.
It's always
It's
them that are
always yeah.
responsible for the extremely shitty games.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't even get me started on fucking Vanguard. I know they had a
Oh,
fucking hand
yeah.
in it.
Yeah,
And
they
no,
were the lead ones behind Vanguard.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's dog shit. I don't know why they keep going back to Sledgehammer because Activision can very well, damn well do them like a better job.
Yeah. I don't get why
So,
they don't just like I don't know, scrap them and however, no COD this year. No COD this year. New era.
hey, yeah, that's what I'm
Microsoft
happy.
hope better fix that shit.
That's what I'm hoping at.
Yeah, they had the chance. But
You
yeah,
know,
they have the
fucking what
chance.
was it that there was a they well, this is also
They
unrelated,
made Halo
but
Infinite. They just made a horrible post-launch map.
yeah, exactly. But fucking, I don't know why, and this is just my own opinion, but I think Halo as a franchise is pretty overrated. Like
Same.
I
I
don't want to say
agree.
like I'm okay. Like here's the thing, I like it. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I
I
love
see
Halo, but
why
I think
people like it, but
yeah,
it's like
like
is it
uh,
it's good, but is it that good?
yeah, like the thing about like Halo, I think as a whole for the game series is like it's a good game, but the
Hmm.
problem is that people like they hype it up way too much.
Yeah.
Like they say like, "Oh my God, this is the
Combat
best fucking
Evolved was
game."
so good. And I'm like,
Yeah,
it was
like
fine.
yeah, like it was fun. I think that like especially with like shooters, like old shooters,
Yeah.
most of it was just because no one had anything better back then.
Yeah.
Like it's just like let's be for real.
Yeah.
Back then when like the original fucking Xbox, if you had Halo or if I had Halo on the original Xbox, I'd probably be saying it was
Yeah.
game of the fucking century.
Yeah.
Like it was revolutionary for its time,
Yeah.
but the problem was is that like fucking so many people keep saying like, "Oh, Halo's the best," and
Yeah.
all that shit. And it's like now I can get why people would want to go back and play it. And hell, I want to go back and play it from time to time. It's not a
Yeah.
bad game. It's just that the problem is people say like it's the greatest game ever, and I just don't think that's true. I think there were so many games that came out around that time that were like 30
Yeah.
times better than Halo.
And like we haven't like I've heard Halo Infinite could have been I heard it was so good. Like I heard it was like the best Halo game since Halo 3 and like
Uh-huh.
and I'm like okay, I'd never been I'd always thought the franchise was kind of overrated so I didn't touch it, but I'm like okay, wow, the game's that good. It's free.
Hmm.
So I installed it on um Steam. I haven't fully installed it because I don't want to have Halo be the only game I have.
Mhm.
But so yeah, I haven't touched it. And then I've seen like everyone dogs on its post launch map. Now the game is basically dead. So
Yeah, it's because for what it was like at launch, it was excusable because it's like, oh, the game just came out. Of course, it's not gonna have that much
yeah,
content to it.
I liked
But then
Russian
as
Badger's
time,
video on it.
yeah,
I thought that was a good video.
and then as time went on, people started realizing like, oh wow, they're really just not adding
Yeah,
anything, are they?
yeah. They were like season 1, okay, wow, and everyone was like, careful, they might not add shit, and everyone's like, yeah, they let's hope they learn from that, and they didn't.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then they added absolutely nothing.
yeah.
Which is, I mean, like I said, that's the problem. It's just that there's so many games now that have so much potential and they get led with the worst
They,
fucking directors.
it's always like the post launch map is always like most of the game now. It's like that. I think people have
Yeah.
realized like that's the more important phase in the game because most people don't buy games opening weekend. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, when you
Honestly, and
yeah.
this is since we're talking about like launch games, right? Fucking, I will live and die. I will die on this hill. I think Nintendo Switch Sports is criminally fucking underrated. I think that people need to give it a fucking second chance, man. Seriously. Like, don't get me wrong when I say this. I think Wii Sports is 30 times better. If I could have got a fucking just straight port of Wii Sports on fucking Switch, right? I would have fucking filled my pants with jizz. But
Hmm.
honestly, until that point, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get.
I imagine that's tight.
I don't think you should.
you, you're just boxing. You're playing boxing, and it just gets bigger.
This fucking the fucking room is just like white.
For every strike you get in bowling, like there's just another.
The fucking the minute the ball collides with the pins, just fucking gallons. Just gallons fucking leaking everywhere. But yeah, no, I like honestly, I and here's like my reasoning mainly why, right? Because like everyone, it's not like a fucking secret that Nintendo Wii Sports was a fucking tech demo in its fullest extent. It was
Oh,
effectively a tech
for
demo.
sure, for sure.
So
Yeah,
like it was just meant to show off the capabilities of the fucking
yeah,
Wii. That's all it really was. And honestly, even though people remember it fondly, you have to remember too that no
yeah.
matter how you looked at it, that game had fucking no content in the
Yeah,
slightest.
yeah, absolutely. It's like, all right,
Like,
you logged on, played one round of boxing, you boxed till you lost, and then you were like, okay, that's it. Or you logged on, I'll play a couple games of golf or a couple games of baseball, or
nah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Who played
So
yoga on that game?
I'll say one thing though, the sword fighting was fucking amazing on that one. The sword fighting was so much fun. Yo, ruining this again. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a little bit of a funny moment
Thank you
that
for
the viewers
keeping the
at home are never gonna
conversation.
understand.
Yeah, they're never gonna understand. Uh,
They'll ne-
yeah.
He wouldn't get it.
Yeah, good thing I muted myself. My mother was asking if she wanted to watch a movie. I
Your
told her
mother was
no. I'm
asking
doing.
herself if she wanted to watch a
Yeah,
movie. Damn.
she
She's
was asking
schizophrenic.
herself. No, she's just sad.
She's just fucking sad and alone. No worries, guys. Really.
Yeah, she.
But fucking what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Like I was saying fucking I think that it like in its wholehearted extent it was basically a tech demo, but
Yeah, it was
Nintendo's
definitely a tech
like
demo. Yeah,
I'll say this though. I think the only thing that's inexcusable about Nintendo Switch Sports is the fucking price tag. You should like for a game that
yeah,
has like the same
yeah.
to even like a little less content than an actual tech demo,
They
you
banked
should
on
not be
like
charging
yeah
that.
they banked on it being like people are gonna buy it out of nostalgia, but like they ended up making an inferior version of the tech demo they made
Hmm.
of their tech demo. And Nintendo Switch has been out since like 2017. We already have.
Yeah.
It's been like 6 years now, and
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. So I haven't even seen like they haven't even announced like an upgrade to it. Like they're still riding that high of the Nintendo Switch.
No, yeah.
I haven't.
That's
They
the
haven't.
thing. That's the thing. It's because they're not gonna do anything about it
Yeah.
unless the game itself either starts getting more and more interest and people start like demanding more to it,
Yeah.
or unless just for some fucking reason
Yeah.
people just are like they just suddenly grow a conscience one day. And
Nintendo is one of those companies that like sees like, oh, people have nostalgia for this, but they don't know why people have
mhm.
nostalgia for this, so they just put the name on it and say it's gonna be the same thing
Yeah,
as this. But then,
they know like what to do, right? The
yeah,
problem is they just don't know why they need to do it or how to make it right.
yeah, they Nintendo's always one of those companies that like they've been in the business for ages. They know what they're doing. However, eh, for every like one good thing they do, there's four bad things they do.
Exactly, yeah.
They have it's like they do all their copyright shit and whatever. But that like 2018 they had all their shit. Like they were like uh huh. But then they ended the
Yeah.
year with Smash Ultimate, or was that 2019? Either way, they ended
No,
that
that
year with
was that
Smash
was
Ultimate,
2019.
and that was
That was
yeah. They 2019 they were notorious for doing a bunch of bad shit, and like that was when
uh-huh.
they started copyrighting shit and all that, and they were starting to be assholes. That was when they started really cracking down on people who were using their music, and then now and then they ended the year with Smash Ultimate,
Yeah.
which
Honestly, I think the problem is mainly too is that they just have a really shitty like reputation with fucking their community.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
they
I,
like in all fairness, like
it's a
they do
it's a
not do
well
favors
run
for their
company.
PR.
They just don't give a shit about us.
Yeah, like I
They're
mean, to
they're
be fair though, like here's the other I'm not trying to fucking like, excuse it or trying to defend them, but like you have to think about it from their point of view as well. Like
yeah they
fucking they're so powerful to the point where like if they
mhm.
really wanted to, they could release fucking Legend of Zelda bumfuck DLC and then somehow people are gonna buy that shit out like immediately. And
Yeah,
that's just and even if people say it's shit, right? People will say it's shit. The thing is, people are still gonna buy it
yeah,
regardless.
it's
Like,
crazy. There was like I heard also like find me a video game company that has a video game movie. Like I have never seen a video game movie with as much hype surrounding it as the Mario movie.
mhm,
Never.
exactly, yeah.
There was hype for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which was fucking good. Um,
Yeah, that one was actually
yeah,
decent.
yeah. There was even then like speaking of video game stuff. What are your thoughts on the Uncharted show that's coming out soon? Or not the Uncharted show, the
The
Last of Us show.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. With like, it's funny that you brought up you miss said Uncharted because I was
Yeah,
actually gonna
that
bring
is
that up too.
also that was
Un
a yeah that
Uncharted
came out
was a
recently.
fucking god awful movie.
That movie
It
sucked.
was it was so boring and
Yeah,
so unimaginative when they really could have done so much with it.
yeah.
I honest to God think that they're not gonna do any more favors with Last of Us. Like the
Yeah,
problem is
it is
because
a
like
different company working on it, and it's different.
Yeah, and like that's the problem. Naughty Dog is kind of like, how do I say it? They've exhausted themselves
Yeah,
effectively.
yeah,
Like they were once a good like company releasing decent games, like obviously the biggest one being The Last of Us.
yeah.
But the problem is like ever since Last of Us 2, they've had such a shitty rep.
They've been struggling for sure. Last of
Yeah,
Us
and
Two
also
was
like
a hit. Got Game of
yeah,
the Year. Shouldn't happen in my opinion, but
yeah, 100%
yeah,
not.
should have lost to.
But
I was that whole Game of the Year thing. I'm still salty about that because like I was having a debate with my friend for like a month. I was bet we were like actively betting against each other. This was Crypt, by the way.
uh-huh.
We were actively
Yeah.
betting against each other what would win Game of the Year. He was saying Ghost of Tsushima. I was saying Doom Eternal, and then we were both pissed when it was The Last of Us
Last of
Two.
Us. Dude, yeah, that's the problem. I think very well, like the hardest thing would have been either between Ghost of Tsushima or Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
If it were me though, I would have 100% said Doom Eternal.
yeah.
I think that game just had so much more replay value, but
Yeah,
that's me.
that's also me. That's why that
Yeah.
was my argument. Yeah, replay value.
Yeah, and like but like
Ghost had a better story and for sure, but
yeah.
Doom was more fun.
Doom Eternal was just a better gaming
Yeah,
experience overall.
it was.
It's just like you played that game and you were a
That
badass.
was my
Like
favorite
that's
game that year, and I'm like, yeah. It was like a power trip, but it was also like you had to work for it.
Yeah, it was just such a good game.
Yeah,
Like,
it was it was like as hard as some Dark Souls games, but like but it was also a power trip at the same time.
yeah,
Like,
it was. In my opinion, it feels like almost kind of similar to what was that fucking game? It was like Quake, but single player. That's what it was. It was just intense first person shooter action, like arena gameplay, and you're just shitting on people.
yeah, there's a
High
lot of
speeds
games
and
like
shit.
that. A lot of games like that.
Yeah.
There was one that came out recently. That's been like airing sequentially. Ultra Kill. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah,
Ultra Kill.
yeah.
There's a whole okay.
I've
I was
touched
making the
it.
joke earlier.
I haven't.
I was making the joke earlier that like, oh, Machine Gun Kelly fans are all trans or like trans people, but fucking it is just a straight up fact that most people
Well,
kill community are trans people. Like, you can't even cancel me for that because that is just a straight up fucking fact. Like, I I have seen more trans people talk than fucking like anyone else on planet Earth. Like, it is crazy. And it's like it's not even like me trying to shit on like a specific group. It's specifically trans people. Like it's specifically them. Like, why I don't know why they love this game so much, but
your
they have fucking
rant
point.
keeps like cutting in and out. Discord doesn't want you to know. I don't know if you're like. It sounds like to me. I don't know if this is on my end, but like your headphones are getting plugged and unplugged.
Oh, yeah, I think that might
Something
just be
like
my
that.
headset being
I
uh-huh.
Yeah, you've been like
Oh
bugging
yeah, it's
out,
kind of
and
doing
it's
that to you
just
too.
yeah. It might be a Discord thing, but
Yeah.
it sounds like I just think that's hilarious because you're ranting about it's just like trans people.
Good argument. Good argument.
It's just cutting off. It's like the Discord is canceling you. Discord is censoring you.
Discord's preventing me from getting
Yeah,
canceled.
Discord's
They're
saving your
coming in
ass right
clutch.
now.
I know. Honestly, you know what? I don't fucking
Yeah.
like. Look, here's the thing. I know a lot of trans people, and they're fine with me making. Okay, it happened again, didn't
It
it?
did the thing. You were like, okay, here's the thing. I cut.
You're gonna have a lot of editing to do.
Oh no, I'm enjoying just listening to this. Here's the thing, right? I think
Good.
yeah, oh, I enjoyed that.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed my
Yeah.
fucking channel going straight down the shitter.
Yeah, we've been going for 90 minutes. So
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to make my viewers have to or my listeners have to listen to too much of this. So I'm going to call it here.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna it's outro time. Let's do the outro.
All right, but real quick before outro, I want to put a quick disclaimer. I I do not mean any offense to anyone in the video. You know, it'd
Hold
probably be better to put this disclaimer at the beginning of the what?
on! It was like, hold on, guys. I wanted to put a quick disclaimer. I cut.
I am. Yeah, it's kind of doing that to you too. That's the funny thing.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a Discord thing or one of us is having problems.
It might
But like,
be it might be a Discord thing because it's happening to you too. Like right after I mention it, it happens to you too.
yeah, it's on one end.
Okay.
Might be a
Well, like I
Discord
was
thing.
saying, yeah, but like I was saying, quick disclaimer for the viewers watching. I do not I do not mean any offense to anyone. Fuck off. No way it's happening again. No fucking way it's
I
happening.
do
God damn
not
it.
blank.
Okay, I think I might know the problem. I think I might know the problem. Okay. So, like I was saying, I do not mean any offense to anyone in this video. Do not take what I say seriously. I am joking. I do not mean offense or verbal harm to any party or
He's
anyone of
good,
any
chat.
sexual
He's
orientation.
all right. He's all right.
It's all for shits and giggles.
Yeah, it's all for shits and giggles. He's good. Don't cancel him. He's Kyaz. Go check him out on YouTube.
If you
Kyaz.
want, call me. If you want, check Kyaz Gaming. That's Kyaz Gaming, all in all lowercase. If you want to call me a slur or something over there, then go for it, man. I'm all for it. I'm hopefully be posting soon enough.
Thanks for listening to our conversation.
It's a fucking trip.
That's pretty much it. Peace out, fam.